Tell me if this sounds familiar. You're freelancing on Upwork, Fiverr, or some other platform, and you finally land a client. You're excited to get some work because you really could use the extra income, so you go above and beyond to deliver great work. Then, the payment comes in, and it's a lot less than what you were expecting. Before it even reached you, Upwork already took their 20% service fee. Then your bank took another few percent, converting USD to your local currency. And just like that, a $500 project turned into $380 in your pocket before taxes. US-based freelancers are getting paid directly inside the US banking system, and you're getting paid from the outside. So you're basically being punished for living outside the US. And that difference alone is costing you hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars every year. But the fix is actually simpler than you think. Stick around because in this video, I'll show you how to set up a US LLC in just 2 easy steps so you can work with US clients and get paid in US dollars with basically 0 fees. You don't even need to live in the US to do any of this. Whether you're on Fiverr, Upwork, LinkedIn, or even reaching clients directly through cold emails, Reddit, or Facebook, this setup works for you. Once you have a properly structured US LLC and a US business bank account, you're no longer seen as a foreign freelancer. You're now operating as a US business, and your clients pay you exactly the way they pay any local contractor, directly, in full, and with no international transfer or conversion fees. This setup could literally save you thousands of dollars per year if you follow the steps I'm about to show you. By the end of this video, your LLC application will be submitted and your US bank account will be ready to use, so you can start getting paid in US dollars without conversion or transfer fees from anywhere in the world. Say you're earning $3,000 a month freelancing on Upwork. Right off the top, Upwork takes 20% on your first $500 with each client, then 10% after that. On average, you're losing somewhere between $300 and $600 every single month just to the platform. Then, your bank converts USD to your local currency at a rate that's always worse than the actual market rate. The market rate is what you see when you use the currency conversion tool on Google. Depending on where you live, that's another 2 to 4% gone. On $3,000, that's another $60 to $120 you're losing every month. Conservatively, you could be losing $400 to $700 a month, which works out to about $5,000 to $8,000 a year. With a US LLC and a US bank account, your clients can pay you directly, so no platform taking 20%. Even if you stick to a freelancer platform, you can choose to get paid directly in US dollars by connecting your US business bank account instead of your local one. Some business bank accounts let you receive US dollars directly and transfer it to your local bank at near real exchange rates. So at the very least, you're avoiding conversion fees. I'll tell you which business bank account I recommend for this in a few minutes, and I'll even walk you through the setup process. There are really just 2 things you need. First, a US LLC, and second, a US business bank account. The entire process can be done online from wherever you are right now. So let's get started. The first step is forming your LLC, and the state you choose is really important. As a foreigner, the best option is typically Wyoming. Wyoming has the lowest annual fees at around $60 per year. It has strong privacy protection, meaning your personal information stays off the public record. And most importantly for non-US residents, Wyoming has 0 state income tax. To form your LLC, you'll need a registered agent. A registered agent is your official representative in the state where your company is formed. They receive all legal and government mail on behalf of your LLC. And since you don't have a physical presence in the US, this is completely mandatory. They also keep your personal information private and make sure your LLC stays legally compliant with the state. For this, we're going to use Taylor Brands. If you want to follow along, there's a link below. I will assume you want to set up your LLC in Wyoming, which is what I would recommend for most freelancers outside of the US. First, go to the Taylor Brands Wyoming LLC formation page and click the Get Started button. The website will ask you to enter your desired LLC name. Your business name must be unique, different from other businesses registered in the state you chose earlier, and it must include one of the approved designators like LLC or Limited Liability Company. Taylor Brands automatically checks whether your name is available in your chosen state before moving forward. Next, you'll be asked to describe your business. Choose Services. For industry, you can choose Freelance. Next, Taylor Brands will ask you some optional questions. You can answer them or skip them. Now they show you different packages to choose from. Since we're trying to set up an LLC today, pick the LLC formation option and continue. Now select Business Name and click Next, since that's all you have so far. Enter your first and last name and a valid phone number and click Next. Now you'll see the option to get your EIN number. As I mentioned, an EIN is extremely important for your business. It's required to open a business bank account, file taxes, hire employees, and manage your business professionally. Select Get My EIN to protect my identity and click Next. Now on this page, you'll see the LLC Compliance Service option. This service helps ensure your business stays compliant with state regulations by handling important requirements like annual report filings and maintaining your company's good standing. It lets you focus on growing your freelance business while the compliance tasks are managed for you. Select Keep My LLC Compliant and click Next. Now you'll be asked about creating an operating agreement. An operating agreement is a very important legal document that establishes the rules, ownership structure, responsibilities, and management of your business. As a freelancer, you don't really have to worry about this stuff unless you decide to hire people to work for you. Select Get My Operating Agreement and click Next. After that, you'll see the banking section where they ask whether you already have a business bank account or would like to open one. I'm about to show you how to set up your own business bank account. You don't need to do it through Taylor Brands. Just click I don't need an account and click Next. Now you should be on the Checkout and Review page. Make sure you look through it carefully to make sure all the information is correct. Spending a couple of minutes double-checking everything can save you from annoying revisions later on. Once everything looks good, continue to the payment section. You can pay through PayPal or a regular debit or credit card, whatever works for you. Once you complete the payment, your LLC application will be submitted successfully. Make sure to check your email regularly for any updates from Taylor Brands. Now it's time to set up a business bank account. It's legally required to keep your LLC separate from you, but it also provides lots of other benefits. For this video, we will use AirWallex, which is a business account built specifically for people and companies that work across borders. The link in the description will take you to the free sign-up page. Once you're there, you'll need your LLC name, your EIN, and your registered business address, the one on your LLC documents. The whole application takes about 10 to 15 minutes. AirWallex is a real regulated financial service, so there's an ID check. Have your LLC documents and a photo ID ready before you start. It makes the process go faster. When you log in for the first time, here's what you'll notice right away. You're not looking at one account balance. You're looking at multiple currency wallets: US dollars, euros, British pounds, Australian dollars. You can hold all of them at the same time. Say a US client pays you in US dollars, but you also have a client in the UK paying you in British pounds. With a normal bank, you'd convert those pounds to dollars the moment they land and take whatever rate the bank gives you that day, good or bad. With AirWallex, you hold the GBP, wait for a better rate, or even better, you pay a UK-based subcontractor directly in pounds from that same wallet, so there's no conversion at all. Over the course of a year, if you're working with multiple international clients, that adds up to a lot of money staying in your pocket. Now, at some point, you're going to want to scale beyond just yourself. Instead of taking on more work and burning out, you can hire other freelancers or virtual assistants to handle the workload, turning your solo freelance operation into a full agency without you doing everything yourself. For this, you'll need to pay your team. Here's how to do it with AirWallex. Click Transfers on the left-hand side of your main dashboard. As you can see, AirWallex lets you send money to bank accounts in over 150 countries. For example, if you wanted to pay your virtual assistant in the Philippines in their local currency, you can easily do that. AirWallex will use the interbank exchange rate, which is the real rate without hidden fees. The same rate you would see if you Google USD to PHP right now. So if you're paying your VA $400 for the month, you type in their bank details, the amount, select Philippine peso as the destination currency, and hit send. Your VA gets pesos in their account. For contractors you pay regularly, you can save their details. Next month's payment will take less than 30 seconds. Now let's look at virtual cards, which you can create right inside your AirWallex dashboard. As a freelancer, this is useful when you need to pay for tools or software tied to a specific client project. Instead of using your main account, you create a virtual card with a set limit. Assign it to that expense, and turn it off when you're done. Your main account details stay private the whole time, and every transaction is tracked by card right there in the dashboard. One card for design tools, one for project software, one for subcontractors. You stop guessing where money went because it's all tracked by card right there in the dashboard. AirWallex also makes it really easy to receive money. When you sign up, you get local bank account details in multiple currencies, a US bank account number and routing number, a UK sort code, and others depending on your needs. What this means practically is that your US clients pay you using your AirWallex US routing and account number, exactly like paying any local US contractor. Your UK clients pay into your UK account details. Everything hits one place, even if the currencies are different. The Explore plan is completely free, no strings attached. There are no monthly fees and no cost per user, which is why I recommend starting with this free plan to keep your business expenses low. Even though it's free, you still get multi-currency business accounts, corporate cards with zero international fees, expense management, domestic and international bill payments, and tons of other useful features. You also earn roughly 3% on any USD you hold in your account. When your income grows and you need more advanced features, you can always upgrade to one of the paid plans. But for now, go with the free plan. I'd recommend having your next payment from a client come through AirWallex to get a feel for the platform and how it works. Then you can decide if you want to continue using it or switch to a different business bank account. So that's everything you need to set up an LLC and US bank account as a freelancer from anywhere in the world. You can finally earn in US dollars without paying crazy fees for the privilege. All links are in the description below. Using these links could get you additional discounts, and it also helps support the channel. Thanks for watching.